mean, you're a journalist, but you're also like the team fan. I mean, you're the most fan of the fans on the fan of this group. And so I bring you on to sort of gauge how the fans feel. And it feels like to me, like Niner fans we're out on the season. Like, I don't want this. This is too painful. I'm out. I want to think about next season, and I want to think about hope. Yeah. And now like Nick Mullins and Deebo Samuel and has kind of drawn you back in. And what I'm asking you now is, since the season isn't over and you have to watch and you have to be emotionally involved, honestly, how confident are you that the 49ers will make the playoffs?
Okay, so I'm going to get into how I'm actually feeling in a second about it. But if we look at it based on stats and everything, and I'm not the stats girl. I've gone on about this before, and people always rip me on the numbers. I've never been good at math, so don't hate me for saying this kind of stuff. But this past weekend, after we beat the Rams, apparently our chances of making it to the playoffs have gone up by 11%. This is what the New York Times has said. So that gives, just to give you guys some perspective, that means that the Niners have a 27% chance of potentially making it to playoffs, which honestly, that's a pretty big piece of the pie. I was looking at it, I'm like, okay, that's
Say it again. What percent is it? What percent?
27.
And the week before it was 16. Not bad.
So they went up 11% just from sweeping those Rams, which felt really good. And I know that felt really great for all the fans around here. And so
real quick. Chrissy has "feels great baby" tattooed on her leg. That's the context here. So when she says "feels great," it's an inside joke. And the context here is Chrissy was so inspired and confident last year about Jimmy Garoppolo down the stretch that she got "feels great baby" tattooed on her. So that's the backdrop of this conversation. Chrissy, keep going.
Yes. Okay. So that version of myself, sometimes I find myself wanting, before this past weekend's game, I wanted to hide that tattoo. I wanted to get some makeup covered up. And like, obviously it's winter now, so I'm not wearing my little short shorts so nobody can see it. So that's a good thing. But okay, on the whole scheme of things, if you're looking at percentage wise, okay, it looks good. But I'm not the kind of person that looks at numbers. I'm not the statistical person. I'm the type of person that's more of hope and a prayer kind of girl. So it's funny that you said that about hope. I mean, I watch the games and I base it on how I feel. And this past weekend, I finally felt something again. And so just that little spark, just that little skimming, okay, 23-20 is not the best win ever. Of course, there were mistakes and everything. And I wrote about this in my article too. But that level of confidence that I felt last year is nowhere to be found right now, but it's starting to poke its little head back. And so
like Groundhog Day?
Yeah. He's saying hello. He's like, you know what? I'm still here, you know? And so I am feeling like, okay, we're the misfit toys. We're banged up. And I'm saying this because I love Christmas and Christmas is coming. And we're the banged up misfit toys. And there are still kids that want to play with us. You know, I'm this fan that's also a journalist, but I know there are a lot of fans out there that hold on to the team way more when there are the wins. But I think there's something when you hold on to them when they're the losses. And until that percentage is at 0, I'm still 100% confident that we are going to make it to the playoffs.